deferring away from the uhs.
The uhs?
You got to get the simple truth thing.
The simple truth? Okay. They hear us. They hear us. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Josh Ankesine. This is the Tru-Skeptic Podcast, where the simple truth is simply not true and truly not that simple.
Nice.
You like that?
No,
they didn't flow off as well as I thought it would. I got to practice that. But today I'm joined again with Ryan Adams, the man himself.
Yes, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Today is, like I said last time, it's not necessarily going to be in the same format. That one was more structured in like an episode type deal. Today we're just going to cover things going on. And unless you live under a rock, you're pretty familiar with the former president. The first time in U.S. history, the former president was indicted today. What do you think about that?
I mean, it sucks for him.
Do you think? Do you think?
Hey. All right. In what way? I mean, one, his popularity goes up with the indictment.
So you think it's a big nothing burger like most things?
I mean, the play around this. I mean, the political landscape, which I mentioned last week, how much I enjoyed politics. I mean, it's a game. It's a fun game. All right, but it's at a point where the play itself is just getting overdone. I mean, to where we're not getting, like, I take, for example, the last debate that Biden and Trump had, or if you want to go Trump and Hillary had, it's a glorification of shut up, no, you shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that play out before. It's
more of like who's the worst person versus who's the best for the country. That's all it is.
Well, the best for the country, because of our system. I mean, the best for the country will never have a chance to become president of the United States,
and they usually don't want to be either.
Well, I mean, think about this. All right, with the nature of primaries, which the purpose behind direct primaries was to give more people a chance to say who is going to be the candidates, right?
Right.
Well, if you are voting in the Republican primary, not the general election, I'm talking about the primary itself. Mm-hmm. Are you probably more in the middle or far right?
In the middle.
You think?
Well, ideologically, yeah. I've never voted, so I don't.
Okay. Well, all right. So go the Democrat side. The people who vote, because you have to be registered as a Democrat to vote in the Democratic primary. Okay. So those people, are they more farther left, or do you think they are like moderates?
Definitely far left.
Okay. So if the same would be true in the far right. So if you to win the primary, you are basically, and I don't want to judge people, but you're trying to appeal basically to the crazies,
right? Because they're the ones going to be voting.
Well, they're the ones voting in the primaries,
right?
So in order to appeal to get your nomination, you have to appear farther left than you may be, or farther right than you may be. And if you're actually in the middle, if you actually show signs, if you're a Republican, of being somewhat liberal on things,
right?
Well, you're going to be axed,
right? So the primaries is basically you're grabbing your bleeding heart liberals or Republicans, and then the rest of your candidacy is try to grab the middlemen.
Exactly, and now you're left between to some degree, the lesser between two evils.
Pretty much, I view it as. It's an illusion of choice. You say you could choose anything you want to eat, but you go to a mom and pop meat and two place.
Yeah.
Where on Mondays it's Salisbury steak and catfish. You could choose what you want, but your options are two. So do you really have a choice of whatever you want?
No.
That's the way I look at the election, to oversimplify it, to be honest.
I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, Mondays are red beans. Yeah.
To see what puzzle.
Yeah, catfish is on Fridays.
Is it? I never went. I work right by the patch or whatever the heck it's called.
No, you never heard the little Louisiana book?
No.
Yeah, Monday's red beans.
No, I just always ate.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, like Monday was red beans.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tuesday was po' boys. Wednesday was jambalaya.
I was gonna ask when is jambalaya?
Oh, it's Wednesdays.
Okay, Wednesday.
Yeah. So tonight's jambalaya night.
Okay.
All right. Thursday. What was Thursday? Thursday was gumbo. And then Friday was catfish.
I'll eat catfish any day of the week.
Me too. I mean, I'm just going by the rules. By the rules.
The southern rules of Louisiana cooking.
If it's in a children's book, it has to be the rules.
That's facts.
Yes.
We just went over not a children's book, but
fairy tales. Yeah.
Episode 2 coming out. It's the first of the series of Beneath the Yellow Brick Road. Check it out on Monday.
It's a fun title.
It really is. The American Dream.
Fairy tale.
All right, sorry. I got a little side Paw Patch. Donna's got me here. Paw Patch. Yes, I work right by the Paw Patch.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Thank you, Donna.
What I'm lost. Hold on, my camera's frozen. Let me get to you. Okay, we went the whole episode, didn't freeze, and then it freezes on me now. Okay, I'm there.
Oh, I'm seeing me, man.
I'm looking. Serious right now. Hold on.
I'm good.
All right. So what I'm confused about,
You're like an old man.
is
I need to relax a little.
what's new? What's new with the?
You want to talk baseball?
I do.
Let's
Talk baseball. Sorry, my camera froze. I just fixed it. Okay.
Let's talk baseball. We know baseball.
Okay, let's go baseball. So who's the pitcher who recorded the 27-second strikeout?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you heard me. He's got, so now in the MLB, instead of I guess this is to combat signal stealing.
Yeah.
They have these wristbands where they signal pitches with buttons.
Right, yeah.
Well,
which that part I was cool with.
That part is cool.
Yeah.
This pitcher is his own catcher. He has the thing, and he signals the pitches to the catcher.
Huh.
So he's already notorious for being pitching at a high pace.
Uh-huh.
So he recorded a 27-second strikeout
without doing the whole shake the head thing.
No, yeah, he told the catcher what the pitch is coming, so that cuts that communication line from, I guess, the pitching coach or whatever, or the pitch. Does the catcher call it, or they still signal stuff?
I mean, it depends on what level. I mean,
Or MLB.
MLB, the catcher calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based off of what?
Their knowledge. I mean, like,
because at that level, you're okay. Who's the tendencies you're going with?
Yeah, I mean,
batters?
you got. I mean, look, if I'm Adam Wainwright, the pitching to Yachty, that the best battery of all time, or the most collective battery between those two. Yachty knew what Adam was going to throw. He knew when to do the hammer, how often to throw it. I mean, they know the tendencies.
Right. They've practiced enough. But yeah, so he takes that element out of it, and he just tells the catcher, "Hey, I'm about to throw this."
Oh, that's not fun.
It's like right there on his wrist guard of his glove. Yeah.
I mean, there has to be the.
I'm just trying to think. 27 seconds. It doesn't seem that long, that fast of a pace, but if you really think about it, 27 seconds. So just
absolutely.
one exchange from, say, if he's throwing from the stretch, come set, pause. That's 2-3 seconds. Pitches, catcher catches it. That's another 2-3 seconds.
Get back on the mound.
Yeah.
I mean, look, and I'm cool at maintaining a pace. When I call games, I mean, the idea of pacing a guy. I mean, especially calling high school. I mean, it's like poetry in motion when it works. I mean, when the guy comes in, big guy, gripping the handle. I'm looking for all that stuff. I want the subtle things that can give us an advantage, because I mean, at a high school level, I mean, strikes still. I mean, that's why I used to love watching Maddox and Glavin pitch, because I mean, they just put things on a tee, right there, and they're gonna throw outs. That's all they're doing, which is great.
Aim small, miss small.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was I mean, you just referenced the Patriot.
Did I?
Yeah, yes, you did. Well, no, another movie, another time.
That movie's epic. That was my pitching motto. I had to be. I hit puberty so disrespectfully late. Like, I was 5'2" as a freshman.
Well, I like the Patriot. I mean, I just liked it the first time it was called Braveheart. You know, that was the sequel, the American sequel.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to baseball. So when you're controlling the pace, all right, awesome. But so if a guy came in the box really, really fast, well, I'm gonna hold him. I want our guys to hold, and I had a signal to my pitcher. You know, if I held my watch, then that means he held right there, and our catcher knew. I would make the signal. That's what we're gonna call.
By holding, you're saying like stall.
Yeah, stall.
Like have him cocked and ready to load as long. As a hitter, you get uncomfortable doing that.
Exactly. I mean, I want the kid waving the bat for 5 seconds. I mean, if he's waving the 30 ounces, you know, whatever for 5 seconds, I don't need him. I want him to miss like an out. My 2 out getters are shortstop and center field, right? That's why I have them at shortstop and center field. Well, I consider like the pitcher is what you're trying to do is you're a quarterback that is putting the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Yeah,
you distribute the ball around. All right, so I want the ball to go to them. If the guy misses by a tiny bit on a changeup, he elevates the ball, you know, a 4.5 second, 5 second fly ball. My center field is under it. All right. And if I get him to adjust and open up his hips a little early or open up his shoulder a little early, then I get a rollover ground ball with a 4-hopper to my shortstop.
Right.
Well, that's what I want. All right. I want him to think that he goes back to the dugout. Oh man, I just missed that one.
Exactly.
No, you didn't. You got the out where I wanted you to because now I have you set up for your next at bat.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. When you said, because baseball's 90% mental. So like,
absolutely, it should be.
So when it's all head games. So even just making them wait is more mental than physical.
But some of the new rules are you're taking away the chest and you're making it like freaking Connect 4.
And what in regards to what?
Where you're limited to how many times you can pick off at first base. I watched the little replay of.
And this isn't set in stone though, is it? Because this is just spring training.
No, we're outside of spring training.
Oh, we are now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opening day was last week.
Okay, so it's still into effect.
Yes.
Okay.
And I hope they go back and change this. Now the pitch call thing I was cool with, but if you're only limited to 2 pickoffs at first, well, what's the guy gonna do next time?
Make you pick off.
No,
and I'm saying until that point.
If you're limited to 2 pickoffs, then all of a sudden, now after your 2, I mean, you can pretty much get a lead at second base.
Yeah, I know. Like, what do you do?
I mean,
I guess you strategically do that.
Sure, but 2. I would.
But can you step off?
Sure, you can.
You know what I'm saying?
You can.
So you've already picked off twice. Can you step off? Like, would that be a pickoff if you disengage from the rubber?
I guess not. But
would that be bending the rules? You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're talking. I mean, what are we doing here?
Because there's that pitcher. I'm not sure if it's even the same one who. So you have let's break down the new pitch clock rule.
Okay, pitch clock like in college. I took the boys to the Bama Kentucky game 2 weeks ago. The college pitch clock.
They've always had a clock, right?
I never knew that. I mean,
I've always seen the clock.
I mean, the last few years, I think it's been.
I don't think it's really like. I don't think it's really like enforced, but I've seen the clock.
But I like the clock. I mean, if you're trying to speed up the pace of the game, cool. All right, that's
amazing.
I'm applauding.
We made a joke about it yesterday last week about hockey being the opposite of baseball.
Yeah. But if you're speeding it up for the that purpose, cool. But when you're taking away really some of the competitive edge from it. I mean, and you're limiting what you can do to produce outs. I mean, it's hard enough. I mean, it's hard enough. Is the only game in the world in which there is no clock. I mean, the game does not end until high school. You get 21 outs. All right, 21 people screw up. All right, then the game's over. All
You
right.
got to score runs too, but
Yeah, you do. But I mean, if you get outs, then I mean, and if you always kind of look at that's why I always said that like at least about like leadoff walks. I'm a capitalist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't give away stuff for free. So walks are free bags.
Right.
You don't give away free bags. All right, you don't give them extra outs, the errors, because those are what add up.
And that's a make or break. That's what you win. That's what wins ball games.
Because most games are probably lost and they are won, right? But that's the nature of baseball. All right,
It's human error, pretty much.
and it's a game of it.
It's just like with umpires. Like you can't take. I know that there's a push for it every 5 years to get rid of umpires and have it like AI based, but that takes it out of the game. Like human element has to be in the game.
Did you see that umpire? I think it was a UNO game. That it was atrocious. He got suspended for it, but I mean, ball ended the ball game. Ball was in the other batter's box, and he called a strike and walked off the field. The dude was just ready to go home. Now, I mean, if you have that, I mean, evaluate them. I get that. I mean, umpiring is. I'm glad you do it because I wouldn't do it.
It's I don't know why I do it. Like I don't do it for the money per se.
It's the same reason for being a teacher.
Yeah, like why do I do it? Why do I put myself through this?
It's a glutton for punishment.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like being yelled at all the time.
I don't though, and when it does, it just makes me mad. This past week was pretty brutal.
How do you like to be referred to as blue?
I don't mind. My job as an umpire is to make you hate me.
I gotcha. I'm gonna give you a little fun story real quick, okay? All right, and then we can switch off of baseball if you want. All right, so I'm a senior in high school.
Okay.
All right, this is 1999. All right, one of my buddies is coming to pick me up. We're about to go out. End of the school year. SEC baseball tournament is on. Okay. Now Alabama's playing, and SEC baseball. They never stayed on schedule because they're playing at the Hoover Met, right? And you have games that'll go late into the evening. All right, you following me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so late game, Alabama's playing Florida, and you can hear because there are very few people in the stands, except for the people who probably have been tailgating and have been there and staying in their RVs at the Met, and you can hear this guy right behind. I mean, he's right with the speaker, that's picking up the volume of the stands because there are very few people in the stands. It's like 11:30 at night, and you hear this guy. It's like, "Come on, Blue, that's terrible.
Oh yeah,
that's terrible." I mean, every call. Come on, Blue. Every call. And my buddy comes to pick me up, and man, he's like, I'm watching the game because Bama fan. He's like, "Man, who's that jerk?" I was like, "That's my dad."
Was that your? That is hilarious.
Dad calls me on the phone. He's like, "Hey, can you hear me?" It's like, "Yes, Dad, I can." That you're doing great.
You're doing your job well.
Yes, you got him.
My biggest thing is you get your dad, for example. Every pitch they're coming, and then they followed it up. And the biggest, to the most recent one, and it's very common, is kid squares the bunt, ball. So he's squared, ball's way out. He doesn't necessarily pull it back, but he doesn't offer at it. Mm-hmm. Ball or strike.
Strike.
That's the misconception. So he's not going. Say it's way out there. He's squared.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part about being way out there.
It's way outside. And he's squared, but he doesn't really pull it back. But he doesn't offer at it. It's ball or strike.
Oh, no, it's a ball.
It's a ball.
Yeah.
You don't have to pull back. You just don't offer at it. And just like 95% of the rule book, it's up to the umpire's discretion. Yeah. So I hear him, and then the whole stands are, because basically he's the hype man for the stands because he's arguing, "Oh, come on, blah, 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 blah." As soon as I hear him arguing that, I'm like, "Oh, okay. You don't know what the hell you're talking about." So that is basically heck you're talking about. But in my head at the time, I'm angry, so I say that. Yeah. Apologize. But yes, I do have a censor button. Hold on. There we go.
Nice. Well, I used to do the same thing. I mean, but because I needed the crowd, like we would call a wave pitch. which I'm going 6 inches off right there. And the entire purpose, because
you said
calling high school games, we go wave away, and I'm doing that because if they hit their spot, then with all the high school fans basically being on the angle from the first base side, third base side behind the chain link fence, I'm trying to get the oohs and ahs from the fans. That's all I'm trying to get. All right, just to make the batter question. Did I get away with one, right? And because all I want to do is I want him to open up his hands just a little bit, right? And if he opens up his hands and I see him trying to lean, especially a 2-strike count, then that motion lets me know that I now have an angle inside,
right?
So I need that dad. Like I need my dad in the stands every time I was calling a game because, all right, Dad, you're on.
Exactly. Well, like we said earlier, like baseball is 9% mental.
Yes.
If you can get in their head at all, and I was the opposite. If my mom's like cheer me on, I'd be like, "Shut up, stop, Mom, you're embarrassing me, stop." Yeah, no, I was a head case when I was a kid. It was crazy. Like I don't even know. Like I said though. It's being mental. I viewed myself because like I said, I hit puberty so disrespectfully late that like once I grew, I still viewed myself as that tiny little kid.
Yeah.
So it was that aspect was weird to me, but I had to, like we said, going back to aim small, miss small. I had to be accurate because I didn't throw fast. Mm-hmm. So that's what I don't know.
And you could do wonders with that kind of kid. I mean, look, an 89 mile per hour to 93 mile per hour ball is still a ball. It's just a ball that gets there faster.
Right.
I mean,
being left-handed helped too.
It did. But throw strikes. I
right.
mean, yeah.
Especially heck in youth.
Yeah, you throw outs.
You throw strikes.
You're throwing outs. That's all you're doing. I told you when I arrived today. I mean, I was pitching at the 7U game last night, and I don't like throwing outs there when you're throwing to your own team.
You're literally the opposite.
Yeah, I hit my kid. I can't.
What happened there?
I mean, I don't want to cry on this thing. I mean, I got the you're trying to aim the ball in.
Right? The kid swings.
You're trying to guide it in, and what you don't want is you don't want your kid now getting in the habit of swinging at everything that's thrown up there, because then it's just freebie, and if you're nowhere near, I mean, so the idea of pitch selection is good, but I'm aiming. I mean, I'm trying to get it in, and there's a lot of pressure in pitching, at a 7U level, because I mean, there is.
It's intense though.
It's fun. I mean,
umpiring 7U is like it's a cakewalk.
But like within Jesse Batt's left-handed. He fouled off the first pitch. He took the second one. He fouled off the next pitch. All right, so we're same two. Fourth pitch, I hit him. I hit my son in the thigh. And
fifth pitch, coach.
Yeah, but I didn't get the fifth pitch. Oh, I didn't hear about it. I mean, he
didn't tell you.
The next one, Jesse takes it and he's like, well, that's 5. So now, because of me, my son now has to, and he's 7.
And if you're not familiar, 7-8, you get 5 pitches regardless.
Yeah. Was unaware of this idea. And now my son has to take the walk back to the dugout because of me. Because the pitch in which I hit my own, and there's a dad in the States like, hey, don't worry, kid, just take the bat out there and hit him. I was like, it's my son.
Yeah, I'll hear about it later.
Yeah, and I was like, Jesse, you okay after the game? He's like, yeah. I was like, our plan was to eat at the concession stand. Of course, they're closed because we're the last game of the night.
Is Larry and Wanda still there?
Yeah, I assume so.
The older couple?
Yes.
I love them.
Well, they were closed. They were closing up, and Jesse said, I was like, what you want to eat, buddy? Which I did the answer. I want to go to Taco Bell, Dad.
Taco Bay.
So we went to Taco Bell.
You made it up to him?
I made it up to him. I love my boy. He's such a sweet kid. And I told you before, I got 4. And yeah, you always question how when you have kids, can you love the next one as much as you love the first one? And they're all different, and it's just,
you love them in their own ways.
Yeah, such different personalities. And since I mentioned Jesse, I gotta mention Sadie is my oldest. She's a freshman at the high school. Tug, his name's Walter Lee.
Oh, it's not Tug.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm setting Tug up for politics.
Okay.
All right. I mean, like, one, if he goes as Walter Lee Adams, that's his name. All right, which is
a good politician.
My grandfather's name, my great grandfather. So he technically is Walter Lee III, but we skipped two generations of Walter Lees. I'm a Walter. My dad's a Walter, but we went with Walter Lee, and if he goes with Walter Lee Adams, I mean, well, that can get elected in the South.
That sounds.
I mean, very. Yeah.
I'd vote for him.
Now, if he wants to, he can go. He could make himself look like a lawyer and go W. Lee Adams. Because we've had a W before, right?
Yeah.
All right. But just in case, like if you go full name, if he goes with Lee Adams, that still can work. All right. That could probably work in like Kentucky. But if you're like Mississippi.
You haven't thought about this, have you?
Not at all.
Not at all.
If you're in Mississippi, everybody in Mississippi has a nickname. Like, it's like Skippy,
Yeah. So Tug.
Yeah. So Tug. And that came about, wasn't planned. But like when Tug was born, he came out. He was huge. Like I'm looking around in the nursery. I'm like, dude, my boy could take these kids right now. And so he was Tugboat. That's what I always call him, Tugboat.
That's where it came from.
And then he sprouted up, and he was no longer the big chubby cheek. So it was like, all right, well, it's Tug. And so I've always referred to him as Tug. So Tug, Jesse, and then my last one is Joanna. And so I had to throw their names out there. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I totally understand. I'm trying to think. I don't have any cool stories like that, but I will say, going back to, because I had this point, I forgot to ask it. I think my camera froze or something. You said you don't like taking certain aspects out of the game by doing these switches, as in baseball. Do you think it's taking it out, or it's just adding a new variable?
No, I think it is taking it out.
So there's no. What if the hitters or vice versa take advantage of said things, and it just adds a new element into what baseball is?
Well, if you have, like what, steroids?
Yeah, they need to add. Baseball needs steroids.
We went through that era.
I loved it. It's best era of baseball.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Don't you think?
No.
What's the best era of baseball?
I mean, when did you fall in love with the game?
Oh, this is in my I don't know. So this was like episode, I think like 21 of Almost Legal Podcast. It was like, the concept was 90s sports, like 90s sports head and shoulders more epic or better, or was it just the lens and perspective? Because think about the iconic figures, and is that going on now? They just haven't made their name yet. Because you got like Brett Favre, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Dion.
Okay, well, one, if we're going from let's say baseball, because you're naming NFL, which NFL is a different entity.
Well, even baseball, King Griffey.
Okay,
Barry Bonds.
But I'm going basketball. When I fell in love with the game, you had TBS, WGN. Mm-hmm. So you're watching
basketball too, NASCAR.
Yeah, but you watch
hockey. All
right, so you're going NASCAR.
All of it. I'm saying all in 90. You had the Earnhardt Gordon rivalry.
Yes,
you had in basketball. You had Michael Jordan. You had
you created you kind of created a narrative right there. But it certainly helped with WGN having Michael on the team there, and with Chicago, WGN being a nationwide market. And it was, with the Braves becoming like an America's team. You grew up and that's what you watched. I grew up watching Ryan Sandberg because he was not roided up, but you get Sammy Sosa, And he comes out of nowhere with the. I mean, was 98 a good story with the home run record? Yes. Did I think Barry Bonds was good
without steroids?
Yes, he was phenomenal. But I mean, Griffey wasn't on it, and I mean, I would consider Griffey to be. I mean, when I watch, I mean, again, I told you Jesse's left-handed hitter. Well, we're watching Griffey swings because that thing's it's
smooth.
It's a thing of beauty.
Who do you? Okay, so his Hall of Fame vote, it was the most unanimous vote of all time, I think. But there was still that one. Who do you think that one guy was?
Well,
like some salty fan somewhere, like.
Yeah.
Well, how many votes do you got to get in?
I think 75% to get over the mark.
Yeah, he had all voters besides one.
Yeah. Who wants to be that one guy?
I want to know what he did to that one guy.
I probably didn't give him an autograph or something like that.
Like some petty stuff.
Yeah.
Like Green, if there's a unanimous Hall of Fame bid, it's got to be him. Or what? I can't say that. MLB's pretty messed up. Look at Pete Rose.
Look, I'm still upset as a Cardinals fan because this is before they used the WAR, average, the wins against replacement. Like Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds is one of the best outfielders ever.
He was on the cover of Slugfest Baseball 2006.
There you go.
Sorry, I don't. That game was epic.
I mean, but when Edmonds was playing even with the Angels before he became a Cardinal, I mean, the plays he made in the outfield, the guy ran into walls for a living. I mean,
you don't see that anymore.
But you don't think that affected his swing?
Facts.
All right, and
look at Griffey, same deal.
Exactly, and because he misses the mark on his first ballot, he's now eliminated from contention. Like that. That's poo-poo.
That is poo-poo. But that's part of it. Like baseball, basketball. That's why I can't really get into the sports that has what? Basketball's got 82 games. Baseball's got 62 games. Yeah. Like, naturally, if you're signing hundreds of $1 million contracts, I'm frozen again. Man, $100 million contracts, it's natural to like, okay, I got to make myself healthy through the thing. And Jordan said it best himself, talking about like you won't see people playing all 82 games. So that being said, I'm back. Okay. That being said, what do you think about the new collective bargaining agreement in the NBA saying in order to qualify for any of the postseason individual awards, you have to play at least, I think it was 65 games.
Okay.
I like it. I can get behind it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, you're putting a quota system. I mean, I would not expect to become, ever to become teacher of the year if I'm only there for half a semester.
You're only there for a week.
Yeah. Ironically, like in my room, our former principal used to have teacher of the month. I got a teacher of the month back in November of 2017.
Did you get a trophy?
I got a banner. All right.
Where's the banner at?
It's in my classroom. I can bring it in here. But, the irony is on that one is that I was only at school for half the month. Because one week of November is Thanksgiving break. And 1 week of the month is when I take students up to D.C. So the month that I got Teacher of the Month, I was only there for 2 weeks.
Because you're in D.C. though, right?
Yeah. So, like when I wasn't there is when I was the best teacher.
Nice.
Like, that's awesome. So
you're saying I don't have to be here? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I don't have to come in every day and talk.
So I'm at my best when I'm not there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm proud of that moment.
That is pretty. That's probably your biggest feat, other than being the longest tenured swim coach in Chelsea history. How long have you had a swim program in Chelsea? I don't know if we went into that.
Oh,
wait, when was that?
We're at year 6. No. We've had a swim program, but it's always been like one individual student doing it.
They didn't have a team.
Right.
Okay.
Right now we have grown, since then over the last couple of years.
I was wondering, do we have a lacrosse?
No.
Is it coming?
No.
Not that you know. Who? Yeah, that was popping off when I was.
Now there are Chelsea students like Oak Mountain and Chelsea combined on a lacrosse team, because I do have several students that play lacrosse, and they play down the mountain, and they still play in a separate league. I mean, it's not AHSAA, but yeah, they do play lacrosse, and
they represent.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish lacrosse was big when I was growing up. Seemed fun.
Like my former school in Louisiana, they have rugby.
What?
I know. Like,
I don't understand rugby. You know what sport I don't understand?
Water polo?
Cricket.
Cricket?
Do not understand it. I remember one time in college, I had time, and this is right when like Watch ESPN came out. Like, it was new, and I was like, had it up on my laptop, and I started watching because cricket was on. I was like, oh, I want to learn about cricket. Watched about an hour.
It's on the Ocho?
Yeah, ESPN Ocho. It was after the curling championships. No, I watched about 30 minutes, then I had to go to class. Class was canceled. Came back. The same team was hitting, and it was like 100 and something to nothing. I'm like, I'm more confused now than when I started. Do you understand cricket?
No, I don't.
I don't
know. All right, you know what I don't get? Okay, because you mentioned curling, right?
I love curling.
How does one train? I mean, is it like you just using a Swiffer?
That's a good point.
I mean,
where are they hosting curling practice?
Yeah. All right. I mean, whose idea? Let's do. It's shuffleboard on ice.
It gets intense, dude. But they're sitting there like.
But if that's a sport, why can't foosball be a sport?
You gonna get a foosball?
Oh yeah.
You're a savage at foosball?
Oh yeah.
Are you allowed to spin it or no?
No spins.
That's not professional.
No spin.
Okay.
No spin. Yeah, it has to be controlled.
Well, like that's the key. When you see all these you got gaming now. Gaming's being added into the Olympics. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand it adding it because it is a $2 billion industry, but like an Olympic sport,
yeah.
Now I'm good. I know you're probably trying to grab audiences maybe because no one cares about it. But that was another thing I kind of
imagine you're going to a pawn shop. I want to pawn my bronze medal.
My bronze, I don't know, game. Fortnite. My bronze Fortnite championship trophy. Now, like, I don't understand. But another thing that makes me think of that is like the world baseball thing.
Yeah, world baseball. Yeah, the classic.
We don't care anything about it.
What?
Until recently, but I'm saying up to like this last one. We've been notoriously like, okay, we can't do this. They pitch count, they handcuff the pitchers.
It was every 4. It was still every 2 years. Did they do it?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I like the World Baseball Classic,
but it's a very hot topic on people like not being a fan of it.
Oh, I mean, think about for poor old Mike Trout. I mean.
Right.
After playing the WBC, he's got to go play for the Angels for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's where money comes involved.
Yeah, but it's the only competitive game he's going to be involved in.
Facts.
Sorry, Mike.
Did you see the statistics that he only had like 27, 24 swinging strikes in his 6,000?
That's ridiculous. The dude's unbelievable.
I told a guy next to me, I was like, "You hear this stat?" And I did it. And he's like, "That's not real." And I brought it up, and he's like, "It's like so unbelievably crazy that you're like, that can't be real."
That's ridiculous. I mean, there are some people that are just. I mean, it's poetry.
They're built different.
Yeah, they are.
It's like the Frozen again. I should have reset my thing, but to like once, especially when you get like into like the science behind actually hitting a baseball. Like how baseball hitting, like say a 90-mile-an-hour fastball is pretty much scientifically impossible to hit, numbers wise, because what you get 0.3 of a second to locate the ball, decide to swing, where to swing, how to not to swing. You know.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't even know. It blows my mind. But okay, the reason I brought up the World Games is because then. Me watching, I got into a rabbit hole on YouTube about it, and Ken Griffey stuff kept popping up and like old home run derbies. It's like everything seemed to like mean more back then. I don't know if it's the social media coming in or what, but like Pro Bowls, joke.
Yeah.
Like everything just means, and it's a lot of it leans to like the players not want to get hurt and like all this other stuff, but it didn't mean as much.
And I can get that from the Pro Bowl standpoint. I mean, but
Like that's a joke now. When the most entertaining thing about the Pro Bowl is dodgeball. You know what I mean? Like it's a joke. Like why even have it?
for the honor of being in the Pro Bowl, get to go to Hawaii.
I know, but it used to be exciting.
When was the Pro Bowl ever exciting?
People used to actually, semi-try. Like in the era I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Back when they had pride, where like they would like try, like, oh, I'm playing against them, I'm gonna have to try hard. Like the old like NBA like All-Star game. Like it used to not be the glorified shooting thing.
And I mean, on that part, I can definitely agree with it. It's all about the offense and all that stuff. That's what people pay to see. Again, the home run derby is the excitement because it's the I used to love that commercial with Maddox and Glavine. The chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
We
can get into the commercials being better. Like the jingles back in the day. Everything seems just better. Like overall, just better.
Well, I mean, but every generation is going to say that.
That's why I said, is it a perspective thing?
Yes, it definitely is. I mean, the same thing happens with music. Today's music is crap. You want to hear some real music.
I do think as a collective. Do you think, say, look at in 1969, 72, you got Led Zeppelin still being played today. Do you see any of the modern music being played that far in advance? Fun fact about Led Zeppelin, they never had a number one hit?
I did not know that.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
A lot of one-hit wonders in that time frame.
Yes. And, and it's kind of amazing as to the songs that kind of come back. Don't Stop Believing, it was a hit back then, but now it's
sometimes it's a bigger hit now than it was. Yeah, imagine being Rickrolled or whatever, that song.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, cool.
Most
iconic song other than like Eye of the Tiger.
But it was not their big hit. You had the live stadium replay of it, but the popularity came back when Wayne's World. Party time, excellent. Yeah,
I guess pop culture and movies kind of bring things back.
They do.
It's odd, but I for sure understand it, I guess. I don't know. It's a bunch of weird things. I can't talk.
It's okay.
No, but to tease, probably wrap it up soon, but to tease into next week's upcoming episode, we covered the first installment. That's the word I've been thinking about. In the call to action, everything, I kept saying sections, parts. In the first installment of the Beneath the Yellow Brick Road series that Coach Adams is bringing onto this podcast, the first installment is called The American Fairy Tale. And it's him breaking down, and spoiler alert, it might make you relook The Wizard of Oz in a different light, and you may not be able to see it as the same thing as it has been for how many years?
Josh, don't do. You can't say might or may. It
will.
Yeah, your childhood is changed.
Your childhood has changed. It's equivalent to finding out Santa Claus isn't real.
Dude,
what?
There are kids watching.
If it isn't real, I'm saying if it isn't real, it would be equivalent.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't follow. It was like the ball and strike thing.
Correct.
I didn't get the whole thing.
If it's equivalent, if you find out that he isn't real, you're like, what?
This feels like an episode of Seinfeld.
It does.
This is the show about nothing.
The show about nothing. That's pretty much all it is until I start implementing, because this camera keeps messing up. Until I start implementing the call-in feature and our audience grows and sees that we're coming live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all fill the content for the live show. It's really a teaser for episodes coming in on when? Mondays.
Hey, go ahead and throw out the number. I mean...
The number?
We do have people listening right now, don't we?
I do have the people listening. I think I know the number. Hold on. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, if everyone sends a DM, we could probably directly send them the link.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. What did I have it? What's my podcast name? There we go. Contacts. There it is. It will be 205-360-0201 will be the call-in number. I will have the overlay set up whenever I feel like it's ready. I don't even know.
Make it a jingle.
Make it a jingle. I don't even know if it can call. Someone call it. Remember, that's 205. What was it? 205-360-0201. 205-360-0201. That will be it. I don't know if I'm connected to the thing. I'm kind of curious.
Think Life 360 0201.
Yeah, I'm not connected to the soundboard anyway. But yes, you can call in, you fill us in, ask us questions about anything and everything. It'll be there. Also, I have another installment coming in the next few weeks. It's something you'd be very interested in. I keep teasing about it, and this time I will tell you what it is. It is a complete retrospective breakdown from 2020 or leading into 2020, because that matters, to current. And I don't know if you're aware, so things have happened in that time frame that might or might not have affected us as a whole, as a collective. Other than that, I think we're good for tonight. I know we covered baseball. We covered briefly the indictments of Trump and how much weight that carries, because in some sources it says he's facing 136 years of prison.
We covered Come On Blue.
We covered that, and we also recorded an episode for this, which is coming out next Monday.
Can I try the send off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Camera's right
there. Oh, I got to talk to the camera. I was just trying to do the simple truth thing.
Oh, do simple truth thing, and then I'll do the closing.
Okay.
Go.
The Tru-Skeptic Podcast, where the simple truth is truly not that simple and simply not true.
You did it better than I did.
Thank you.
I liked the stressing of the words and whatnot. That was way better. When did I try it on the live or on the recorded episode? Because whenever I did, it was bad.
I think it was not good. I think it was live.
Well, y'all rate who did it better. Tell me who did it better. But that's going to be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no one else that could be watching. All I'm going to say is please go rate and subscribe. And also give us feedback. I want to know how we're doing. I know it's kind of give and take on quality right now on the overlays. My camera keeps freezing. It's driving me crazy. But yes, the first 60 days is make or break in the realm of podcasts. So please go show me some love on Apple Podcast, Spotify, any of the favorite apps that you watch or listen to your podcast. I'm there. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of the above. Follow me, message me if you have any feedback, or if you want requests for content on the show, or you want to be on the show. Hit me up on there, or email me at TruSkepticPodcast@gmail.com. There's no E in the true and no hyphen in the email. But other than that, man, that's going to wrap it up. Coach Adams, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Until next week, we'll see you. Peace. Deuces. The live shows will get better.